and sisters, holy crap, misters and misses.
Holy crap, I'm Dave the Awesome alongside the excitable
Randall Richard.
Really? Wow, you are popping out of your seat for this card, aren't you? That's how Jack you are.
I'm levitating. I'm doing some Chris Angel type crap. Oh, my neck hurts so much.
Yeah, maybe you should cut out the Chris Angel and be worried more about this card that's coming up with all sorts of crazy stuff.
I'm worried about nothing. You know why I'm not worried about nothing? Because this is the tightest, most solid pro wrestling in Chicagoland. Comes to McHenry County again this Saturday night in Woodstock.
Yeah, after a series of just great tapings in a row. We're going to start off this one with the return of Will DeBeast, who's not been in action in a while, facing off against 0-2.
0-2 this time. Now, he did mow over 0-1 like it was nothing. Let's see what happens this week when he faces 0-2. All 385 pounds of him.
Yeah. I can't imagine what he's going to look like underneath that mask after this match.
And sir, what else can we count on seeing this week?
We can count on seeing Anestra from Woodstock against the world exclusive Matt Vine.
Now there's some heat there. What's the heat? There's heat. There's emotion involved.
Well, the hook. I mean, they've been at each other in multiple scenarios now. I mean, with guys trading wins, plus the tag match where Matt Vine and Anestra both came up short for the world title contendership. So, I mean, there's been a lot of action building up there.
Well, that's the whole thing. There was a triple threat match for the title. Chase Gosling versus Scott Colton versus the champ Malad Akbar. And of course, Matt Vine shows up and has to play his butt games again. Yeah. So, Malad Akbar retains the title. Scott Colton, this is the most angry I've seen this kid since I met him a year ago when he broke into this training facility and started wrestling for PPW.
And you'd be upset.
He threw a challenge out to Chase Gosling, the master of the mustache.
Yeah, what was that move called? What's that powerbomb called?
The sit-down powerbomb, he calls it the mustache ride. And I heard him bragging about it. He was going to try to give Scott Colton a mustache ride this Saturday in Woodstock. That alone is worth the price of admission.
After the Styles Clash off the top rope that Malad Akbar gave him, and then the headbutt for good measure just at the end. I wouldn't want to be in there taking that.
No, but I know Scott Colton will have on his bubble, the bubble. Scott Colton will protect himself from the mustache ride.
Yes. And another action, we've also got Cutter Crosby against Jay Cross.
Cutter Crosby returning to have a rematch with Jay Cross. And now fill him in on this because my brain is shot. You know, I got brain damage, head trauma.
Well, they had a fantastic
PTSD, depression.
They had a fantastic match against each other.
I haven't been sleeping good the neck, so go ahead.
They had a fantastic match against each other where Cutter came out on top. You know, just at the very end, last second.
Now I remember it's coming back to me now. I feel like the mighty Carson. Remember when he used to do that with the Swami head on? Yes, it was back forth, 1, 2, 3. Cutter Crosby squeaked by with the win.
Yep. But then later in the scramble, which we'll get to in a second.
What was that scramble again?
The scramble was for a shot at Malad Akbar.
Number one contender spot.
But we'll get to what the finish was and what came out of all that. But the first person eliminated, Jay Cross.
And how did he get eliminated? Via DQ because Cutter Crosby was coming off the top rope. Jay Cross put the knee down. Boom! Right in the lowercase J's.
And I had a pretty good angle on that, and so did a lot of Premier Planet. I don't know if that was on accident. I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm going to say it was an accident. I'm going to take Jay Cross at his word or for his word. Or to be a man of his word, because I've known the guy and I've for a long time, and I've seen how he's acted over the last 18 months, and I saw that reaction he had, giving Crosby props even though he beat him in that matchup. It was an accident. It was a knee-jerk reaction.
And we're going to agree to disagree, because I've seen Jay Cross come up short many times.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's, you know, he's come up short many times. I can see the frustration building a little bit in his eyes, and to see him come off the top rope again, I got to think that maybe he put it out there on purpose.
Well, you know what? You can wish in one hand and crap in the other. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What's next?
Next, we've got, that scramble. All sorts of madness happening. Guys get eliminated left and right. And it came down to the Science, Marcus Smith, Texas Pete, and Irish Andy Anderson. And, again, I don't know how Andy came out of that one on top because two
I
guys.
don't think Andy knows how he came out of that on top. Andy doesn't think much or doesn't go like, hey, I know this and that. Andy's just all instinct, man. He reacts. He's like a rabid dog. He's like, if you took the junkyard dog and you made it the junkyard dog with George the Animal Steel, then you threw in a little Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, some Bugsy McGraw, and Handsome Jimmy Valiant, you got Andy Anderson.
Right.
And so that's just a force to be reckoned with.
Yep, after pinning both guys after the Andy bomb in the corner, at the same time to come out on top, that was just insane.
Mm-hmm.
So Andy's getting the shot at Malad Akbar this
And earned it.
Yep, this Saturday in Woodstock. He'll be facing off against Malad Akbar.
And that's the other thing, this is going to be a different type of match for Malad Akbar. You can't prepare for a match with somebody as unpredictable and as animated as an Irish Andy Anderson. So Malad Akbar is going to have his hands full, and wouldn't that be something if our champion, PPW World Heavyweight Champion, was Andy Anderson?
That would be crazy. And you know how animated he was? You look above, you look below on this Facebook page right now, and you see those promos that he's been in this week, both of them.
Eyes bugging out of his head.
You're going to be in for some entertainment, so make sure you're clicking over, checking those out.
You got to scroll down just to see me stop Andy Anderson from playing with his chain.
He was a little too excited to be playing with that chain. I'm glad you stopped him.
What else?
No, and that's what we've got going on. We've got some other things planned, but that's really what we're looking forward to this Saturday.
5 big matches.
5 great matches.
7:30 bell time, 12:30 Davis Street in Woodstock.
Make sure you check
McHenry County. Yep. You don't want to miss this.
Make sure you're following our Facebook, our YouTube, at Premier Planet on Twitter. Again, I'm Dave the Awesome.
And I'm Randy Ricci.
We'll see you in the seats this Saturday.
Look out for number 1. Don't step in number 2.